The relentless rain pounded against the grimy windows of the subway car as Mia Thompson clutched her worn backpack, her mind a whirlwind of exhaustion and despair. It was November 2025 in New York City, and at 22 years old, Mia had already shouldered more burdens than most. Orphaned at 16 after a devastating car accident on the Brooklyn-Queens Expressway claimed her parents, her father a mechanic, her mother a school aide, she had navigated foster homes that offered little more than temporary shelter. Dreams of attending community college for graphic design had evaporated under the weight of bills, rent, and the gnawing hunger that food stamps barely alleviated. Now she survived on a maid's salary at the Voss Tower Hotel, a towering symbol of opulence on Fifth Avenue where the elite sipped champagne while she scrubbed their excesses away. Mia's days were a monotonous cycle of invisibility. She rose at dawn in her cramped Bronx apartment, shared with two roommates who argued over utilities, and commuted to the hotel where her uniform, starched white blouse and black skirt, hid the patches on her coat. Earning around $32,000 a year, as typical for hotel maids in the city according to labor statistics, she stretched every dollar for rent, $1,200 a month for her share, and groceries. Thanksgiving loomed, a cruel reminder of family dinners past, now replaced by solitary meals from a shelter kitchen. "Why me?" she often whispered to herself, tears blurring her vision as she polished marble counters, her hands raw from chemicals. One chilly evening, Mia was assigned to the penthouse suite, a sprawling 2,000-square-foot haven with panoramic views of Central Park. The guest was Alexander Voss, the 35-year-old billionaire CEO of Voss Enterprises, a global empire of luxury hotels and real estate valued at over $50 billion. Alexander, featured in Forbes for his aggressive expansions, from Miami resorts to European chains, was a man forged in privilege but scarred by loss. His mother had died of cancer when he was 10, leaving him with a distant father who prioritized boardrooms over bedtime stories. This void had turned Alexander into a ruthless leader, his 6 feet 2 inches frame clad in bespoke suits, blue eyes cold as steel, hiding a heart armored against emotion. He dated supermodels superficially, but true connection eluded him. Alexander had arrived unannounced after sealing a $300 million deal for a new Las Vegas property. His mood foul from jet lag and a heated investor call. "Enter," he barked when Mia knocked, not glancing up from his laptop screen glowing with spreadsheets. Mia pushed her cleaning cart inside, the wheels whispering on the plush Persian rug. The room was chaos. Designer clothes draped over chairs, crystal glasses half filled with scotch, confidential papers scattered on the mahogany desk. She worked silently, her petite frame moving with practiced efficiency, folding Egyptian cotton towels and wiping surfaces. But as she reached for a spilled glass near his desk, her elbow caught the edge of a document stack. Papers cascaded to the floor like falling leaves. "You incompetent fool!" Alexander exploded, surging to his feet. His voice echoed like thunder, face contorted in rage. "Those are sensitive merger documents, worth millions. Do you even comprehend what you've done?" Mia's heart slammed against her ribs, fear knotting her stomach. "I'm so sorry, sir. It was an accident. Let me pick them up." "Sorry? In my world, accidents cost fortunes." He grabbed her arm, his grip firm but not bruising, pulling her close enough to smell his cologne, sandalwood and power. "People like you, scraping by on minimum wage, think you can disrupt everything? You're fired. Pack your things and leave before I have security drag you out." Tears welled in Mia's hazel eyes, spilling over as she knelt to gather the papers, her hands trembling. "Please, Mr. Voss, I need this job. My parents, they're gone. I have no one. Rent is due and I can't." "Your sob story isn't my concern," he snapped, turning away to pour another drink. "Life's harsh. Adapt or perish." As Mia fled the suite, sobs racking her body, she collapsed in the service elevator, the weight of humiliation crushing her. Fired over a mishap, how would she survive now? Alexander paced the suite after she left, his anger fading into unease. Her pleading eyes haunted him, stirring memories of his mother's hospital bed, her weak hand in his as she whispered, "Be kind, Alex." He shoved the thought aside, drowning it in whiskey, but sleep evaded him that night. The following weeks plunged Mia into deeper despair. Evicted from her apartment for late rent, she couch-surfed with a former foster sister, applying endlessly for jobs, waitressing at diners, retail at Macy's, but rejections piled up in the competitive NYC market. Thanksgiving arrived, and she spent it at a midtown shelter, nibbling a dry turkey sandwich amid strangers' murmurs. Memories flooded. Her mother's laughter over pumpkin pie, her father's stories of better days. "I'm so alone," she cried into her pillow that night, the city's lights mocking her from afar. Meanwhile, Alexander's conscience gnawed. In high-stakes meetings at his Park Avenue office, he'd drift, recalling Mia's vulnerability. His assistant Sarah noticed. "Sir, you've been distant since that penthouse incident." "None of your business," he retorted, but privately, he ordered a background check. The report revealed her orphan status, foster care struggles, and impeccable work record. Guilt surged. He had ruined an innocent life over pride. Drawing from similar tales of redemption in romance literature, where arrogant tycoons find humanity through love, Alexander resolved to make amends. Tracking her to a dingy cafe in Hell's Kitchen where she waited tables for tips, Alexander entered, his presence turning heads. Mia spotted him, her face paling. "What do you want?" "More humiliation." "No," he said, voice uncharacteristically soft, sitting at her table. "I want to apologize. I was wrong, cruel. Your job is waiting at the hotel, with a 20% raise and back pay." She laughed bitterly, wiping away angry tears. "Why the change?" "Pity for the poor girl." "Because I see my mistakes now," he admitted, eyes meeting hers. "Life's kicked you hard enough without my help. Please let me fix this." Reluctantly, Mia returned to Voss Tower, but trust was fragile. Alexander's attempts at kindness, anonymous tips in her locker, lighter shifts, met suspicion. "Is this a game?" she asked one day in the staff room. "No game," he replied. "Just regret." A turning point came during a late-night crisis. A burst pipe flooded the executive floor during a celebrity gala. Chaos ensued. Guests complaining, water-soaking carpets. Mia stayed hours past her shift, mopping tirelessly, her back aching. Exhausted, she retreated to a supply closet, collapsing in tears. "I can't keep going like this." Alexander, overseeing the damage, found her. "Mia." He knelt, his suit damp, concern etching his features. "You're not okay. The dam broke." Mia poured out her soul. The accident's horror, foster loneliness, daily survival fights. "I've got nothing left." He listened, then shared his scars. "My mother died young. My father buried grief in work. I've built walls, hurt people to avoid pain. But you remind me kindness matters." Their shared vulnerability sparked a connection. Over weeks, conversations deepened. Alexander invited her to a quiet dinner at a Little Italy bistro, away from prying eyes. Under candlelight, he opened up. "Wealth isolates me. I fear real emotion." Mia teared up. "You've hurt me, but I see your pain too." Romance blossomed slowly, fraught with emotion. A walk in Central Park during the first snowfall led to their first kiss, passionate, tentative. "This terrifies me," Mia whispered, snowflakes melting on her lashes. "Me too," Alexander admitted, holding her close. But doubts crept in. His ex-girlfriend, a socialite named Victoria, spread rumors via tabloids. Gold digger maid seduces billionaire. Mia confronted him in tears. "Is this real? Or am I your charity project?" He pulled her into an embrace, voice breaking. "You're my everything. I love you, Mia, beyond wealth or status." Their bond faced tests. Alexander's board demanded he end the scandal, threatening his position. "She's beneath you," they sneered. He fought back in a heated meeting. Love isn't a balance sheet. Mia's health scare intensified emotions. A collapse from overwork and stress, landing her in the ER. Alexander rushed to her side, holding her hand through the night. "I can't lose you," he sobbed. Nursed back at his penthouse, Mia saw his devotion in Miami. At his new resort, Alexander proposed on a moonlit beach, ring sparkling. "From pain to love, you've healed me. Marry me." Tears of joy flowed. "Yes," she whispered. They married simply in Maine, building a life of balance. Mia pursuing design studies, Alexander launching charities for orphans. Their story, inspired by countless romances, proved love's transformative power.